Hey everybody, welcome back to Walkthrough Wednesdays. This is episode 5, and we're going to dive right in. In every episode, we ask the same 5 questions, and the first question is, where was this property located? And the one we're going to go over today was located in Roy, Utah. Question number 2, what kind of property was it, and how did we find it? Now, this property was a single-family home, and we found it through our own marketing. Our cold caller was calling a high equity list, meaning this person had a lot of equity or they had the loan paid off, whatever it might be, but that's the list we used. Question number 3, what was the property's condition and what was the backstory? The owner, this gentleman, he was in a tough spot and he kind of had a rough go about it in life. When we spoke with him, he was just like so gung ho, so ready to sell. And it was kind of a sad situation. And I'll show you a picture of it here in a little bit. But just got the lead from our cold caller, set up a time to go check it out. He seemed really motivated, seemed like he really wanted to sell. We got there, not the best condition. It was pretty gross. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, 1 being the best, I would say this was probably like an 8-1. So we've definitely seen worse, and we've for sure seen better. But you could just tell he just wasn't taking care of the property. Just sad, middle-aged guy in his late 40s, and just had a lot of bad habits and just didn't upkeep anything in regards to the property. Had recently been divorced and they're needing to sell. So we come to find out that was the main reason why he wanted to sell. I think it was just court ordered, and he and his wife he and his almost ex-wife were looking to sell it. Something that's interesting when you're going through these properties is you will see the condition that they're in, and then you'll hear or see their family. And this person had a daughter who was just about to graduate high school and currently living there. And so you walk in and you just see just this just kind of a gross house, and just thinking about a family living there is just just sad, honestly, just a sad overall situation. And something that we've realized is it just goes to show that you never know what someone is going through just by the way they look, and you especially don't know what their living situation is like. So that's why we always try to treat people fairly, with respect, and not knowing what their situation might be. Let's now dive into the photos, and I'll show you exactly what this property looked like. All right, so let's take a look. Now, I actually don't have exterior photos of the front. So these were just from Google Maps from a while ago, as you'll see. But there's a garage, side of the house. That's the front of the house. Here's a closet. This is in the laundry room. One of the bedrooms. Laundry hookup. So you can see that there's a decent amount of deferred maintenance to this house. What was nice about this one is this was a basement kitchen. So this one had a basement apartment. One of the bedrooms in the basement. Jumping up to the hallway upstairs. So this is back in the basement. This is I think this was the family room. And as you could see, it had some mold issues. Bathroom upstairs wasn't bad, honestly. I mean, not completely remodeled, but not terrible. Here's the other part of that family room. No, actually, this is one of the bedrooms in the basement. Nice black mold. Storage. This was the family room in the basement. This is one of the closets upstairs. Storage in the attic. Another storage. Here's the bathroom upstairs. So as you can tell,
Not terrible by any means. Bedroom in the basement. Yes, someone was living down there with all that black mold. Stairwell going downstairs. That was the storage upstairs as well. I believe this was the master bedroom. Yep. Now here's a family room. As you can see, had a few things he was doing, but overall not terrible condition. Master bedroom, furnace and utility room. Had a really cute dog. Stairwell going to the basement as well. Utility room, another basement bedroom. Now here's the kitchen upstairs. So this wasn't bad. I mean, for the most part, this wasn't a terrible home. It wasn't, the nicest by any means. So now we're going into the other bedroom upstairs, and like I had mentioned, we'll see if I have a picture of it. If not, I'll just tell you what happened. Kitchen again. Going upstairs. Front entry room. So it's right behind this wheelchair, and I think that's why these pillows were there. Kind of crazy. So I walk in and I see there's these little tiny holes on the wall. Like, yeah, I was super confused. Looked like a cheese grater on the wall, to kind of give you a visual. And I asked him, I was like, what happened here? And he said that's where his dad shot himself in the head with a shotgun, which is super, super sad. And that was one of the other big reasons why he wanted to sell. Didn't want to live in a house where his father had done that. And I don't blame him at all. Here's more attic storage. 2-car garage. Definitely needs some help. Here is the side of the house and driveway. And that's what it looked like. I don't have a picture of the backyard, but if you can see right here on the right side, all of this new vinyl siding was pulled off. So the whole back of the house looked like this on the right. Just that old wood and those little slats to attach. So overall, not a horrible home, but definitely not the best.
So now that you saw the property's condition and kind of just another aspect of, why this was a sad situation, let's now dive into number 4. How did we evaluate the deal? How did we underwrite it? What were the numbers with it? So this one was a few years ago, and I remember the seller wanting $195,000. Now that sounds like a fantastic deal, but at the time the house was only worth about $240,000 to $250,000 when it was fully remodeled. And so there's just not enough room there to, rehab it and make a profit, right? So I believe we came in at 150 because we knew at 150 we could make, about $10,000 is what we were hoping. And at the time that was really fair, honestly. As you could see, this was not in the best condition. It probably needed about 40 to 50,000 just in rehab. So we made our offer, went back and forth. I think we ended up coming up to 160 and just trying to get the deal done. And he ended up just deciding not to sell. We spoke with his wife. We tried to get her more on board, and both of them just didn't want to sell. Question number 5. What was the outcome? As I kind of alluded in question number 4, we did not get the deal because in reality it wasn't a deal, right? At their purchase price, no one would have made any money. No one would have even bought it. Obviously, we were trying to wholesale it. So we don't overpay for properties, and most investors don't. So yeah, didn't get it. They wanted too much. We came in where we felt like we could be, and they just didn't want to do it. That happens all the time, and that's not a big deal. I don't look back at this property and think, man, why didn't we do this or why didn't we do that? I'm like, if the numbers don't work, the numbers don't work. And you can't get emotional about it. And you just stay logical and just realize that there's more deals out there, more deals to come. So this one was a good one. I learned a lot. Obviously we didn't make any money on it, which isn't a big deal, but there's always something from every property we've worked with and every situation we've worked with that we're able to learn something, hopefully apply it to our lives, and help us become better people and better real estate investors. So thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe and leave comments below for anything you want to hear from us, whether it's specifically with Walkthrough Wednesdays or anything with real estate. We'd be happy to do a video about it, and we hope to see you next week.